Cool. So, welcome to the Carton Factory. It's where my current temporary art studio is here in Portland. Very fortunate to find this unique spot. So, looking forward to sharing a bit more about it. Let's check it out. Yeah, so there's a cardboard factory right to the right of this. This building used to be a part of it. Apparently, in World War II, it was used to house injured soldiers before they went back home. I only go up this one particular way, but there's all kinds of different stairs and ramps, and it just gets real haunted real quick. It's pretty cool. So we're headed up to the top floor. Yeah, so this space is shared by, I think, about 10 different artists. Each of the spaces has an open wall, so you're kind of on display in a way, which I find kind of nice. It's like a little extra accountability, a little more social. It can be a pro or a con depending on what you're looking for in a studio. I don't have much experience working this way, but I'm really enjoying it. This is me back here, working on some larger pieces, larger than I ever have before, but I've also worked in, if you can believe it, smaller spaces than this. The space is 100 square feet, but it's just what I need for the time that I'm here for. I took a look at a few other studios before I decided on this one, but I was captured by its natural light and, of course, the unique building. I think that adds so much to the inspiration behind the work that you create. I've got beautiful views. Of course, I've got my studio wine to help with these first video jitters and to help ease me into the day of painting. Sometimes I hang the paintings or I work with them on the floor, depending on how I want the paint to dry, depending on how I would like to utilize gravity in the work. These pieces are 48 by 60. Or at least they will be once they're stretched. I got this World War II boot and clothing box, and all of my paints actually off of Facebook Marketplace worked out well for creating a studio in a pinch and on a budget. I work with acrylic and pumice, sand, and tissue paper. Here you can see some of the purling effects from using a heat gun. It's come out real beautifully. I work on the floor a lot too, so sometimes you wind up with different floor matter, but it's always worth it for the process. I use really cheap brushes because I tend to be pretty hard on them because of that. They often shed, but I don't mind. You can tell that this water was donated from this painting. The water I use to dilute other paints used to be the rinsing bucket from past brushes, so everything kind of recycles itself, stays connected in that way. It's also great environmentally, of course, to not be dumping your acrylic paints down the sink. This one's been up here for a while, but after the last little edits, I feel like it's telling me it's finished. It's really satisfying getting this crisp edge. Of course, a few inches of this will be folded onto the back of a canvas stretcher, but it'll also be really beautiful if it's just hung as is. It looks so nice with this white frame. I'm gonna grab the heat gun, make sure everything's nice and dry before I roll it up for the day. Later on, I'll get cardboard tubes to add to my art supplies so I can properly store the canvas. For now, this will do. Thank you all for watching today and joining me in my studio. I wanted to let you know about a show. I'm a part of a very large group show coming up at the Ford Building in inner Southeast Portland. It'll be from December 5th until the 28th. There's like 70 artists that'll be displayed here. So it's going to be a really unique experience. But I'll have 4 smaller pieces. Right now I'm working really large, but for this show, I've made 4 smaller pieces that will be available during that time. So just wanted to show you those now. This series is called Held Breath is a Warm Air. I use all of my kind of signature mediums like sand and pumice, acrylic, tissue paper. I think they turned out really beautifully and they all go really well together. Lots of golds and burgundies. I've become really fond of this color palette, so expect more of this. So Held Breath is a Warm Air. I feel like that's kind of the theme of a lot of my work. I'm exploring the space of anticipation and how exciting that pause, that place in transition can be, but it can be exciting or induce anxiety. So it's all how you look at it. So Held Breath being a warm air, I feel like illustrates this kind of comforting place in that thought, in that moment. Each artist is supplying 4 different pieces and they'll all be stacked vertically. If you come in person, you'll get to see that illustration. And I'll put a link below or at the end of the video of more details. So hopefully I can see you there. This one is a personal favorite. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you at the show. If not, I will see you in the next video.